Hello! There's a new update from your favorite GSM operator, Africell.
For all of you that have struggled to buy cash power beyond $7,000, Africell has done it again. The limit to buy cash power is now up to $30,000. Oh yes, $30,000.
Buy all the cash power you want from your AfriMoney account by dialing *777#.
Where Africell goes, nobody dares to follow.
It's an amazing offer. Africell mobile money just got way better. The threshold for cash in and cash out on your AfriMoney has been increased.
Where it used to be 10,000 per transaction, now it has been increased to 30,000. Meaning, your AfriMoney account, you can now withdraw and deposit up to $30,000 at once.
Cashing in and out just got 3 times easier. For more info, call 777.
Where Africell goes, nobody dares to follow.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yonna Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yonna Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yonna Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, takaful fund, management of zakat, management of awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yonna Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yonna Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yonna head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yonna branch located countrywide near you.
Si ɗum no fof no neeɓi immoɗen joni mi ɗowtamaka place maɓɓe jan
waɗen joni
iya heɓa ko falata
waɗen kisam.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited, or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
Assalamualaikum badi ngol ngale konton kali bismillah ko rege mo be kerfatu jibe kanyen tembenna ngale bismillah ya la Politic Kaacha programme min kanale talata ni nyi wado sita mba fa mo be ko la baraka ba ke alkanyem programme no ba nyame Gambia jang ani Gambia bantala mba fa la ko thank you so much Africell programme face aka sembeti ni to le blu ni programme ko mba fa Africell ko la baraka ba ke alkanyem programme face aka nyame number 7 number 2 and number 4 abe mo Africell le to lem GSM nyonta wati Gambia banko nyonta Africell line o sangna line o mantrete Gambia banko kan jang ila internet o fanam bedara bakele talata kanale pour ka kacha politiko ko la Gambia banko kan jang wala kan nati ni studio to jang ni mu programme leti mi alon ko franka opportunity di mo le mi alon ko wala ka jibe pour si nyinen karol ke lun tangol le mi alon ko ka wala nati bari fana ise la contribution or fana keno nyim programme to mi alon ko ka wala nati ale every Tuesday romba fulale ko wala barka baki romba fulale ko welcome na traite ben jibe kan don al stal sen no ker fatu na traite jibe kan through the Facebook al stals and ker fatu wobe mol mako la bakele do kul to mi alon ko be wala ke kan so nga politician on le nati mi alon ko ni ka kacha politiko ko la Gambia banko kan jang wala na bi mara karola nga Haji Suwaneh soto Haji Suwaneh le National Youth President di Opposition United Democratic Party soto studio kono jang nata Ebrima Nyang fanan soto telem Administrative Secretary Administrative Secretary 1 Opposition Gambia Democratic Congress GDC nga NPP la Youth Auditor soto janne National Youth Auditor nga def soto janne mimu Aplha Dem ate fana aboda the ruling National People's Party ngeto le soto jam yalon ko nibe kacala kodo la yalon ko wolle be keri Gambia banko kanjang alialon ne fen jamal be keri nyin desol Gambia be durim bakele covering Republic ye story do populist nun commando about James asset na president o yalon ko wolle benu jang atata exile equatorial Guinea la fengol mi alon ka wolle tunun koma kabra populist nara je ko funding ke odol fintitam be dol kam puruka strike demonstration o ke ka ko purisi listol fintindi o kenu watra mom pamito soro dol ye jalay dol ko adin silo tatale ba nata dol arrest bari nati bula ngajel ko kol dun nata wajabile fo president of anara diamu ka banko be address andong ay kuma kan dol fintinde koy ba ko kiskisi la le bari kiskirobe bola damen wolem adi National Assembly dami alon ko député dolu mi alon ko e wolle tombon honorable Abla Sisi la nyaton ka yakoto ye wolle tambendi pour ka je ko signi kiskisiroke to abal kamen commandi parliamentary inquiry mi alon koy ba kala nyin ko kono bari nata kunun suto nata je fananko of course lead council mi alon ko wala benu jane commission mi mo ami ben sudadi ada fanankira multi mi alon ko anata letter o safe ala loyal letter o safe ka di mamadi kuranna ka faya ko pour ase a hakedani to abal kamen commandi apology la wala abe ba sulale kodo nanka mola mi alon ko atara le fo million keme million tan nani anin nani pour aya jo wala mamadi kuran dum multimi alon ga safero kele akam dale ko akate nying apology nying amanda kala safero to mi alon ko wala fintindi social media to jamal bi jeli mi alon ko ya support bo dol fanam bi jeli mi alon ko ima support ko be kala nyaadi le wala tin nga nyil naati mi alon ko bi ni be nyum ko be kachala studio to jang Haji, welcome.
Thank you, Boba. Baraka bak. Ini la sponsor Africell.
Yeah, thank you.
Without them, we wouldn't have been here.
Yeah.
Di marabak ngi tentu ngi jay. Let them keep it up. Because it's part of national development.
Right.
Ila camera manolo. Ngi fana tentu ngi jay back. And then men be the technician will be along ko they are behind the scene working on the images pro banko mol fana sila moy the audience.
Yes.
Men kala mo ke sanyin ten ali men fana kana moy audio to. Ngi fana be tentu ka don naman kitelte de sila jam pro kacha. And then namel fana so do jam fongola ko to ke kendo Ibrahim ngaten tu baake nga jey ala banko kanola patriotism ma menka nga afa en fana ko nala di dafa benta honorable mama Kande of countries kando do ndimbaga mansi
Kalle be oble dina be ngala no Dakar ta wa dina be la do so ko kambe yolle be kere na be la do le ngi ngi kambe ci I know, right?
Yeah, so nga
say pa ndara don tol
nga Mr. Dem no kana nyine ngawla boba nga Mr. Dem ko
bro di no
nga tentu baake nga
ngela to karamu dale
to ko ndala ala ina people national youth in auditor ngatin to back nga jay and I hope ko ila party they are doing very well. I hope it's not like auditor with the belief ko mayor opinion. I hope it's not right. So ngatin to back nga jay. Once again, thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much Nyang, welcome.
Wa buba jërëjëf di nuyu ñu nga xam ne ñoom la seeyal platform my good brother Haji Suwaneh di nuyu my other good brother moom dafa daw waaw waaw ñoo nekkoon together but di nuyu tamit ñu nga xam ne jamono ji ñu ngi tune in di follow programme bi every Tuesday di nuyu suñ caméra meni di nuyu tamit comme ñu ko waxee rek ñu nga xam ne tamit ñu ngi si gannaaw pour make sure ne programme bi dina continue si kaw loolu di la nuyu tamit si good job bi si kaw loolu di welcome ñëpp tamit back to another Tuesday on the Political Kaacha jërëjëf.
Thank you so much Mr. Dem.
ku xam ne mu ngi seedaan Ker Fatou nuyu naa ko xam ne mu ngi déglu from wherever you are nuyu naa suma brother suma fekka fi mooy Haji and then Ibrahima and yow tamit nuyu naa la nuyu naa ñu xam ne ñu ngi fi Ker Fatou bi caméraman bi ñu xam ne ñu ngi si gannaaw di jàppale programme bi pour ñu mun a ko seedaan nuyu tamit sa sponsor Haji bari Ker Fatou pour ñu mun a continuer programme bu am solo idea for national development.
Thank you so much. Ngeto le soro bi nyim program oto ni be kachala ko nga fa nyame nga dati dula ron Haji Suwaneh bota di United Democratic Party le Ebrima Nyang bota di Gambia Democratic Congress GDC and Aplha Dem bota di National People's Party NPP ati bota wolto ni be kachala ko le mi alon ko wolle be kering Gambia banko kan jang yes technician ol ba fo mol ba fo kan mic I've a Michael test before people start the program, but it's a problem. Mr. Dem, what is your reaction? Ning asset solar kora. What is your reaction when it comes to asset solar mialong ko Republic ye wala ko save and also protest mialong ko funding kel ye wala ke mune metela Gerard.
Thank you very much. Today my talk will base more of being a nationalist.
Okay.
Will not be more of into the political talk.
Please, you can comment. Is a comment?
We can talk more of what we think should be right. So when it comes to the selling of assets of the former president Yaya Jammeh, looking at the report, I feel so sorry for what happened. Because we think there's some amount of money that was attached to items could have been way more than this. So it's not about me being in NPP, but me see the generation. These are things that we need to safeguard.
Okay.
So, however, where you have some connection with the protests that came out to show out anger or solidarity, whatever people might call it, but to me, it has some other talk behind it. So when it's come, I think Gala as an institution or Gala as a registered whatever movement they call it, they came out and they say they want transparency. They want it to be shown out to the general public how things will sell, which is their right. It's every constituency's right to know how governance or how everything works in your country. But if in doing that, you also need to consider the fact that you are backed by a constitution. So the coming out to protest, you have to protest, but there's also clauses that also restrict at some point because it was based on whatever the police might say. I am not a police officer to say whether it was rejected based on a particular reason, but I'm giving you my opinion as an analyst. So when they applied for the permit and they were denied to the permit, I think they could have do another step.
What do you mean we are denied? You are among them?
I say when they apply and they deny.
Okay, all right.
When they deny.
Okay.
So whenever I say we, particularly, I mean the young people. I put myself in the shoe.
All right.
But when I say them, I mean the Gala.
Okay.
Just to put it to you straight.
All right.
So when they apply for the permit and they were denied to go out to protest, I think there could have other alternatives. They could have to come with another alternative that would allow them to at least their voice would be heard different.
Like what alternative?
They could have continued right on the social media. One, as they pressure the government also to come with this, and the Minister of Information was openly in Peter government and said that they are going to do the needful. I think if you demanded a particular thing and I promised to do it, then you could have given me enough time to go and then do what I'm supposed to do. But when the protest was denied, they came out. I mean, even when they were right, now they have made it wrong. And I will say this, I will keep you saying it. Two wrongs can never make a right.
So are you happy that the current government is using Jammeh's laws of telling people not to protest if you don't have permit?
Yeah. It depends on what is the requirement of what is the permit for. Because to me, it was
the permit for.
No, it wasn't necessary people to come out to make a protest.
Oh, you are against the protest?
I'm against the protest. Fully against the protest, yes. Because the essence of the protest was already fulfilled.
No, it was not fulfilled. It was after the protest that they released.
Before even the protest go ahead, the Minister of Information was out. And
how many people how many things did the government say and they did not do it?
Before you put before you put me accountable of a promise that I made, wait until the time I promise you reach.
Of course.
No, wait a second. I told you tomorrow I'm going to pay you a visit. Before I even come to the house, come out and Alpha Dignum of Felna. Doctors have said it is going to follow in due process. And in fact, they are going to release all the one that they require, that they ask for. So in the pipeline, they come out and protest. So, but
you told us about an investigation at the hospital and nothing. If you want
to go to another.
So I'm just telling you some of the things I'm just telling you some of the things that the government promised and they did not fulfill. Like at the hospital, at the RVTH. Okay, Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital now. There was an investigation that they set up. Still now we did not hear anything. Not only there, but also at the Gambia Ports Authority is the same thing. Now, if the minister went to West Coast and goes to West Coast and say, we are going to investigate this and we are going to release the list, do you think Gambians should? Do you think Gambians should? How do you call it? Gambians? No. They should. I don't know which word should I use. Should we trust the minister or should we even trust the government? Because you've told us this, you did not do it. Now you are telling us another thing. Should we trust you?
There you go. You mentioned about the investigation that happened in
yes.
If I told
what was the result?
No wait. If I told they came out of protest against that one, one could have said they had a promise and failed.
Yes.
But they came out of protest on something that had been promised and it's not yet time to fulfill. No, look, it might be the same promise. No, wait for it. Until when? If that is out already. Yeah, because there's out real and without protest as a promise it would have come. When it did not come as a promise, then you could have come and said it did not come. But you did not tell me that because of you cannot base on my opinion on the history.
Okay.
Or you cannot base on what I'm going to do based on history. And besides, the people who came out of protest was a big question for me.
Okay.
If it was only individual who came out and protest, one could have understand. But their credibility is questionable.
Whose credibility?
All of them who came out and protest, the Gala committee. I don't mean the young people. They are people that they are carrying. Yes, I said it. It's questionable. It's 100%. All of them. If you don't need to name, I say Gala, I mean Gala.
All of them. The entire
Gala is questionable.
And you have the NPP members there.
Yeah, they are questionable then.
NPP. You have Ika is there.
My friend.
You have Ghetto Pen is there. They are very close to
You say so.
Huh?
Almost all of them, by then they are close to Sabali. You don't need to because they are close to Sabali, they are NPP.
So including your NPP members, you said
if there's any NPP in Gala, your credibility is questionable. I said it, Gadigo, and I mean it.
Really?
If you are an NPP in Gala, you are
not question.
Yes.
Are you happy that this government is using Jammeh's laws? Like saying you cannot protest if you don't have a permit.
You cannot protest if you don't. Yes.
You are happy that Jammeh
listen
laws.
to me. What your question is in two folds.
No, it's one. It's just the one question.
What did you say?
Now, are you happy that your government, no, just let me finish the question, is using Jammeh laws still now?
Yes.
You are happy?
Yes, I'm happy.
I'm very happy.
I'm very, very happy.
Okay, all right.
And I have a reason for that.
Okay, what is your reason?
My reason for that is when some things are open, so much vacant, they abuse it.
What? Come again?
When things are so much open, it is vacant, it is people abuse it. We said that now that everybody can protest. My friend, tomorrow you will not sit in this cafeteria because people will protest behind you. So when there is a restriction that you apply for a permit, the police have intelligence that go and make stories of what on the scenario of the protest and advice. If it's going with peaceful, then they give you permit.
But do you know
there is something that
do you know is their right to protest?
But it's their right to protest, yes. But there is also responsibility. There is also responsibility.
Yes, I understand.
It's not their right to block the traffic.
Yes. Yes,
You know,
that is
it's
true.
not their right to protest. Yes, it's their right. But
Exactly.
they also have a
So
responsibility.
why are you saying that if you leave it open, people will even protest behind careful?
No, I say if you leave it open, people abuse it. And I mean it and I mean it.
How are they going to abuse it?
How many things have been people have because of look the democracy that we all enjoy today, people have started abusing the democracy. So because it is if we say democracy, there's no restriction on democracy. People are started abusing it. So if you say also you are going to leave everything to be open, people abuse the freedom of expression, whatever you might call it, people abuse it. That's us in general. That's our mentality.
Some people accuse Gala of being a political group. Do you hold the same?
Every single individual in Gala have a political affiliation, and we all know it openly.
All of them.
All of them. There is nobody in Gala who doesn't have a political affiliation. Okay, they might not be say they are not partisan politicians, they are not out over there, but they have affiliation, and we know each
So
other.
you think they are doing this?
Most of them, we were all in the arena and political activism. We were all in the arena. We know each other.
Do you
So-
mean, what the question is?
Yes.
Do you think they are doing this protest for politics?
They are doing it for cheap popularity, fame, opportunists. They are not activists. Activists in this country are yet to speak, and we know each other. The real activists in the Gambia, they are all sitting doing work.
You said they are opportunists.
They are all opportunists.
The Gala protesters.
All the Gala protesters. I don't mean the young people, the founders and the core of Gala. They are all opportunists, and they are looking for a way forward because they cannot fit in the society.
The protesters are young people.
My friend, I say Gala, the committee members of Gala, they are all opportunists. When I said they are opportunists, because since they are not fit in the community to make impact, they want to make noise, cheap popularity. They all have agenda behind this.
You work at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, right?
Yes.
So how do you feel calling young people opportunists?
Please get me very, very correct. I say Gala, they are opportunists. I don't say the young people.
But
No, 35 years, they are in the 8th category. When you want the definition of youth, they don't fall it. When you come to the NYC definition of youth, they don't fall in that categories.
But you have people over 35. You have people also under.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Now you call them opportunists. How do you feel like calling
telling Galas they are opportunists doesn't mean telling young people they are opportunists.
But they are young people in Ghana.
No.
There are young people in Ghana.
Let's define it correctly. Don't misquote or don't interpret my
No, I have not misquoted.
What I'm saying is loud and clear. I mean Gala.
Yes.
Gala in particular.
Yes.
They are opportunists. They are not activists.
Yes, and you have young people in Ghana.
Come on. If I insult, do I insult the whole country? Come on. If I say Gala, I don't mean you say young people. If I insult the whole country, I say Gala, and you gotta move me beyond. I'm a young person like any other person, or young person over there. So I refer to Gala as opportunists, and they have a political agenda.
These are young people, and you work with the Minister of Youth and Sports. You call them opportunists. Now, how do you feel after calling them young?
After calling them,
let me put it this way. How do you feel?
Yes.
After calling Gala opportunists,
Yeah.
knowing that
Yeah.
there are young people
They are not all young
in
people.
that group.
They are not all young people.
Do you understand the population?
No, in the population of the Gambia, if we have 90% of young people, Gala is 0.001% of the young people, and that 0.1% are the one that I refer as opportunists. Do I make it clear? I need to repeat myself again. If the population of this country is 99% of young people, 0.11% is in Gala, and these are the ones that I refer as opportunists. Not the rest of mankind, not the rest of people like you, I and innocent young people there. No.
Haji, what is your reaction? I'll get to you.
It's just like I'm reading a drama anyway. Let me go into the local language since the program is
Yes, local language. Yes.
Anyway,
yes. Local
bu abaraka bake nga alfa la moy bakale ala diamola starting dula. It was interesting. He wanted to play a nationalistic role instead of being partisan. Which I nga interest babil wakol kapo ngalon ko banko bela ko to nya partisan politique womule pour nga na programme wafi.
Yeah.
But ni nata banko la kola me alon ko be kan ndamendo ni nata we have to play the national politics. And then ni go national politics min ko am mo bondi moto am parti bondi parti to mo bele kan nta ko to nata consequence be mo bele ka face fana. So pruka ala moya o ala introduction ko la bila I was very happy namira no to abita dar so mena nan ala banta damentala. Anyway, it was an opinion. I have to respect it. But maybe you want me to go. Nina the whole issue of these new protests gibe buwa. Ya ke dalilo men kan. I think it was a very genuine one. And another masukula reaction fana gibe ko deke. Ikalon ko kudo tinyata le fome yalo ni membe protest kan fon itel fon fana mahana ili ma pol fon tinyata. Membe koma because niya adama barola diamola moy. Ikalon ko I meant for and I meant to koma. Akamunda ko I meant to koma wala tabal. In fact, ndanga nyina fon kala body language da ma fon meant for mana Baluwo fon da mai be tan bela diamo ke kan. I tandi ko ning atra adam fon ya lonu birin jan ni protest. Na lonu membe caring. Ka fako men monsi finduno kanyim protest. Ab fenne kala dum janni wolu mo fawasi. But unfortunately, membe tinyala o katinyala. Nin tinyala already at fictional. Because jammela bagasul many along ko ye wafi mbela ngalo it went almost around 360 something million US dollars.
Yes.
So what 360 something million US dollars how many funding ke jealousy meaningful employment so no konola. Janne kadu program ko we are discussing about this labor agreement between Spain and Gambia. And then young people mana funding ke la Baluwo me alon ka kasara ka nyale be wala fana ko take. So na jiroto jammela wo fengol men alon ko kuma ko finte wala la koto pour president e finte aya fo ate janning nyini e finte importance ke ate malom fon transaction nyim fon dol fon grati mantra wol fana fon kalama wo fon da manyanta ka funding ke be ki do farale ko sakamoto ko do banko is not in the president me alon ko ate ko atele gagneta he is not in charge. Not being in charge, Jana Commission was set under the Constitution of the Gambia. President Ola Kamuka, Sembo, I will tell the Proga Jana Commission London. So, in Jana Commission Lota, out of 8 or 9 volumes, in a report.
But maybe at the time, among that experience, when Baluwo came, among experience, because at the time, Nidiam Daka technician on Baluwo maybe that is the reason why, he was not aware of some of these things. It might not be a good excuse, but maybe at the time of my experience or at the time.
Yeah, technician or men benunje. Ola Nankujane Commission was established under the 1997 Constitution.
But maybe the technician includes your party members.
Askeno, I'm coming. Askeno, I don't spare anybody in this.
Yeah.
I don't have partisan issues when it comes to national programs. Therefore, I hit it where it's supposed to be. When it hits your head, that's your own business there. See it the way you see it. When I'm talking about Gambia la Kola, Jane Commission was established under the Constitution of the Gambia, and the president of the so report of the president directly there's no technician me along ko president of Yamarola because it was a simple English language. It was not even sophisticated. Kangol me along bangal kangol momo dingar di balo ni report ka fa jamela accept so ngamuto ngamul ngawle sis wala report ko la biri mo fana sister nyin sinanga mo wala sister biri ko dana ngam wala fana sister company ni lebe je ñu company nga ngai le fana sis bari mel ni le fana wapila wala na president ano again among bini wole report na anata sembo fana ta ko daga ministerial committee fana establish pour ko melni membe wafila ani memni manya na ka wafi wo ministerial committee ni responsible and among them was tourism abelunje you understand agriculture was among them. You understand? So when Justice Ministry for Justice Ministry for so wole atuna pro asalo no mune be caring between Jana Commission report aniko ya pengol men recover on the James regime. Ka fo Jamela property la monti to return to the state. Pu ya amurundi mansakunda kan. So biro keda korda ke me fula korda tansay anin say afoto kolla. Andu nyi sofanda nyi si kunjelu asiara bakele wo fana kono la so moto fana sero fana ka ayo report o jele so transaction of mental science akama menje wala min ko yo nyi sol men wafi on diamo ko la contradictory ay même fois diamo ñu tampona wala min ko alon ne ko bilo mi silale kaito be findilale so that means that kaito be findi kaito la findi iti nyanta ka banko dingol communicate le because wala at no man sakunda ka fu me lankina mo transparency ku mata bakele because ning ita lo ta fu kaito le ban fintindi jannite ko fintindi akamita ni mololo mituko ila tamanjo ko ila taka fenne mabo moluma andu ni molo fintila ka woko nyini kaskeno e kam faru ngaji ninka bad ni yake no awatola mo ba jila ko yela do ko le kasi ka fo mel lon daskeno wala do ko man ta nyam bad ni to ko yaro ni ko ni aje manyi ninka may ndo kam dade bad ni aje manyi ninka e man koronto because yaro ne ko lumbe sila kayto be fintila ka masukunda ka dam taman kayto la wayata ndiko ite ya lon ne bunebe keri ba yela ta ko singolo ndaka nata nyim fo ninkel man finti nun kanyinke akamunde ko dro molte ni lon na fo ni ite masakunda banta masakunda ko te fana
I understand your point. Okay. So talking about the Public Order Act, about this, you have to get permit Janiga protest. What is your take on that?
No, the Public Order Act is just a rubbish, foolish, and just I don't even want to talk about it because it will be too emotional. You see, President MBJB Nine campaigned against that Public Order Act 2016. And so, Public Order Act ni atuna le mole forte eniola. And not atala nyatunga yakotola. And in this one will see far means that the Public Order Act is going to be a history. Gambia law konola. So coming to see that the same law be maintained by the same person again. If you ask me the question, I will become emotional. I don't want to lose my temper in answering your questions. So the Public Order Act is rubbish, foolish, and it's not even a law that I would respect.
So you think almost protest now without permit?
Section 25 to Section 1B of the Constitution make it very clear. It doesn't mention any law if you want to go and protest. It doesn't mention it. They only make it subject because of colonialism. Therefore, kadi ko subject to nita fo yata police le kan du nyoni pour ta protest. Therefore, protest kate banko la advanced democracy ko la momaje mo la blatnyaje. In fact, them taka info on this platform and many other platforms. Ko nyim banko do love their country to an extent that no citizen of this country will instigate violence as far as protest is concerned. And I have evidence of that. Don't protest jelle kejang. Most of the people they will think about Haji because I would have been arrested, but unfortunately I was not in town. You understand? So I was very angry about it. When I woke up in the morning and I saw these people were arrested. I was saying why God did this. You understand? Unfortunately I should not even ask that. But because you see, more kalafika more hakilo tinya kula ni more pinde kafo discipula NPPians, discipula UDPians, discipula GDCians. Hey, held to parties like that, partisan politics like that. Gambia became first before any political party. I was a citizen before a political party. So I am in a political party to build a nation. Now I don't believe in a particular policy in a program. Why would I scare of somebody describe me as UDP or NPP when I'm fighting for the common good of the of citizens? So remember the Gala and Menke, even advise them not to even apply for permit. Let them only apply for even they are using a PA system. You understand? If a PA system only use come, you go and apply for. But you are not using a PA system. You are just there really to protest because something happened. Me along amanya nakake I banko dumol fondi almost 3/4 of the millions recover from Jamme. That 3/4 of those millions went into individual pockets recklessly. So munata mo permit to apply for wala. I will not allow anybody to hide behind the laws. You to loot and milk citizens and then say there's a law that ban me from pursuing a criminal. But remember the Public Order Act is only maintained to empower criminals in suits. They dress in suits, steal our money, they go and hide behind the Public Order Act. Police will never allow anybody here to protest against corruption. Someone will say, but UDP went there to with the anti-corruption protest in because I heard Sabali talking about it.
Yes, Sabali said that.
Yeah.
But he also permit to deal.
Yeah, permit. Do you know how that permit was given? He doesn't even have a clue. At the moment, Sabali I was the one who wrote for that permit. He only see the permit being granted, but I can't know.
Does it change the quality permit?
But how do you get it?
How do you get it?
Because at the first place, time means pay, and in a low means pay, you will change time in for change for and venue for change correct. So it was a thorough consultation because of the party leader don't want us to go without that permit, without nothing of respect. And I have to do a telephone conversation almost for 3 hours. The president even interfere. The same day, he summoned an emergency security council meeting. And the protest there, because the police insisted that they will grant a permit. If they don't grant a permit, then he said that will fine him Manka Mankunda.
So that even he was scared.
He was scared. Yeah, because
I don't think so. Yeah, security.
I'm telling you, but Manhani protest to state house staff in the days. You understand? So the issue is, I'm talking about what I know. Because he was called in my presence there. I'm not going to tell you what so everything that transpired. But I know how Baro feels. In fact, before some time, Alpha no Baro. I know Baro. So the issue is Public Order Act is only maintained as we speak just to empower looters, criminals, thieves in public service. Ning among go to Bimbemento in Public Order Act, that's supposed to be an history. Most men are that this law was there. How do
you see the composition of the Gala members? He described them as opportunists. Now, you've seen all party members bijele, NPP bijele. Well, Kurang used to be doi, Malam for still now doi, but you have a different political parties. How do you see the composition? Do you see any politics inside?
Come like even if there's politics, is it partisan politics? Even because in life, even the way we talk here, we speak on politics. We strategize. Yeah, fam. How should I utter my statement? How should I put my statement to convince people that what I'm saying is the truth? So if government has a group, whole accountable. So if you say there's no politics, I will ask you there is politics. I will answer that there is politics, but what type of politics? Okay. Political me along the banko pay na file pichi. Ya wale. Because sumo be dama neta ko sumo baiti. E ko nga kafunyo wale puru yin sumo kana mol. Ya wo fero nandi. And that's called politics. But for people political ba, no. For you political ba, no. For the political ba, honey. Jamano political banko tingo pay 2.5 million people are represented there. Whether Alpha and others like or not, but they have an interest when those monies are recovered. And to his notice, I can tell him that no police will grant any permit for such a protest because it's going to expose the higher leadership in government. And whenever I was listening to him keenly, today he's going to speak on national interest. You understand? And I like that from him. So the issue is protests like this nature, more than grantla. As far as those laws are concerned, I will agree with you. You cannot protest and leave it just vague like that for everybody to command. That's why in democratic laws there has been notice to inform the police that we want to protest, but not to seek their permission, their authority. Like yes, you have to say yes before you protest. No, you inform them that we have to protest. We want to protest this particular place so that they can accord you security. Because there was another person, there can be another person. Woman intentional protest though, and is against the person's will, so they can harm you. But when the police protects you, means that either nyanto dante janne, member ayalong ko amanta ita protest ko wafana nyanto dante janne. So mobile sa take no. So no aku mata batele puru ngake. Bangko de me ayalong protest moka undu yake no wonya. Notice ka di police wala. Ika government simultaneous protest la. Mara moka ulidro kuye ke dro mola ulidro system police for notice. Ya ulidro yake. It's also
calling you. Is the president calling you? You can put it on loudspeaker. I thought it's the president calling you. Okay, all right. So, what I want to learn is
simultaneous protest brigade. For example, places like Ghana, Kenya, they call it simultaneous. Malam silintendo kudo kena. After that, information is so disturbing. Then the public need no police notification ikadi doron ya wili doron ya nyomo bila zero fin siro ka eta protest but anala occasion lem.
Okay, I'll get back to you, Haji. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Muna lamo is a reaction, Mr. Nya. GDC.
Yes, Buba, dégg nañ kàddu yëpp yu jógee si Haji ak suma brother Dem. Dem nag comme nu ko Haji waxee rek dafa ibi kàddu mu ne te dafa speak as nationalist. Maybe moom right now la ko bugg a door waaye ñun fu ñu ibee suñ gémmiñ di wax ak askan bi rek dañoo meeg soo ne dañoo gis as nationalist ak mboolem luy génn suñ gémmiñ. Lu xaw in this country dafa daw yaram am na ñaari issues yu nga xam ne moom nga bugg a ñu discuss benn bi muy about Jammeh's assets beneen bi muy about the protest. About the protest is a very big disappointment and is an insult to our democracy. Especially from the president because man lu ma realize mooy soo gisee lu tax mënuma wucc di ko wanaat in politics because ama make sure ne suma kaddu démba mooy nekk suma kaddu tey because 2016 ñëpp witness nañ what has happened te dama dee wax ne soo gisee 2016 ku nekk génna sacrifice pour make sure ne Jammeh dina dem dafa fekk tamit dafa am lu ko gënoon a waral jamono buñ téye ñoom aussi jamono boobu forçoon na all Gambians ñu make sure ne man mun naa toog suma kër and the same thing that happens to them might happens to me or somebody else ñu gis président bi moom si boppam mu ekkati kaddu condemn loolu wane ne this public order act bi he is not in support of it du benn du ñaar du ñetta te part of their reforms yooyu bokkoon na si kon nag suñ gisee ku ko support as an opposition nga nangu ko tey as a president kon dafa nuroo ñu ngi gis two different barrow.
Because during Solo Sandeng's time,
so dafa nuroo ñu ngi gis two different barrow. te day gëm ne njiit si kàddoom nga ko téye si kàddoom nga ko mun a bàyyi moo tax fu ma ree wax rek damaa wax ne jar barrow gisul li nga ko téye because mooy wax tey ëllëg mu dem def bii te dama gëm ne njiit sa kàddu should means everything to you ba pare because lu xew tey comme niñ ko waxee legal yi nit yi mun nañ ko debate weeda am nañ permit bi war nañoo mun a génn wala amuñ permit bi waruñoo mun a génn waaye si lu ma jot a gëstu ñu ne ma su nekkee loudspeaker lañ doon use rek nii doon nañ permit pour ñu génn waaye léegi nag di bigger question bu ma am for the Gambia Police Force mooy nit ki apply na nga di jekk ko mu génn nga ne amul permit nga arrest ko waaye léegi second day bi third day dañ gis nit yi génn te gisuñ kenn kuñ ci arrest te ñooñu amul permit.
To my surprise, for the first time in the Gambia.
léegi how consistent is that law? am nañu génn day nga arrest leen because amuñ permit second day third day boobu la nit yi génn ba pare amut ku nga xam ne xoot nañ yaramam bi wala amut ku nga xam ne arrest nañ ci ndax really ñoom law bu ñoo wax ndax they believe in that law because man na ma gëm ne even if head should roll law bi war nañ ko enforce waaye léegi force am groupe bu génn bari wuñ nga arrest leen without no PA system second day bi mun naa la 100 times of that group ñoo génn.
First day less than 10 people.
Exactly.
ñu njëkk a génn.
Yes. So second day bi nga gis more than that number. Second day bi third day bi they were protesting free amul kenn kuñ arrest ba pare gis nga dañ war a accept that man gis nga immediately ñu form di Jammeh commission ñoom buñ paree dañ submit the report to the president because law bi daf ne within 6 months président bi war a act on it te buuba président bi lu nga xam ne looloo ko arrangé soo gisee mënut see génn because lu ko arrangé si Jammeh commission bi def na ko the likes of moom Mamadou Sabally gis nañ foofu lañ leen baane from the Jammeh commission because it was part of the recommendation waaye léegi lu ko amaloon intérêt mooy maa si ñoom Mamadou Sabally politically moom looloo ko amaloon intérêt waaye lu nga xam ne war nañ koo mun a jël suxali réew mi fu mu nekk loolu amalut ko woon njëriñ because man dama ree Barrow di mu defee press lifin bi bu mu adressé nation bi because lu xew mooy the most informed person should have been the president.
No, he said it's not should have been.
No.
He said he is.
No. So they like he should have been.
Yeah, he said he's the most informed person.
Yes. No, don't allow him.
He said he is the most informed person.
Exactly.
He is.
And he should be.
Contrary to what he said.
That's what I'm saying.
Now maybe at this point, what I'm saying.
So
maybe at this point, yes. Among with all this experience about the time.
No, that's my problem. Experience. So it's law. Ignorant of the law is not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
Yes.
How many understand?
Yeah.
There's munuma be law, money how much on. Obviously, law we have that's my cow. And we are talking about the president. This nga president we so gise buwa mo am different ministries. when it comes to the law, already, what is the role of the justice minister?
You should advise the president.
I am telling you, the president will know more. I'm competent justice ministers from Bate Funtolu. More waral mom hamuton, come you no more waral mom hamuton, this is what I should have done. This guy tell you, president be asseti jambe daf ko mënon na dimbalé pour lu promise on you 150,000 jobs pour mu starter foofu.
Yeah, it's a lot of money anyway.
Because we are talking about 360 something million dollars. This is what we are talking about. Allah promise you see in 2020. Mon promise bu mu nekkon nonu lolu rek waron na muna make sone dina starter from fofu pour mu dem. Wa at the end of the day lolu lañ gis ni amut. Ba pare ñew gis asset yu nga xamne dama nangu de ma ko rew amna lu nga xamne jamme ko mom waye dama gëm ni amna lu nga xamne rew mi ñoko waye ñun luñ mom bu ba tay dañ gis ne ñuko wanter si sédal ci price ñu ko wanter obviously lum la won moy it was just been a group bu nga xamne maybe if you are close to the group you can be called pour nga ñew am loy jënd that was everything mo waral ñu wanter all this bagas te protest bi ñu bañ ko ñu nangu ko am na lu force government bi to do. This is before you don't gain. How many people ñoron letté that report pour ñu xam assets ami inventory of the assets ñata lañ ko jaay ak ku ko jël.
A lot of tax.
That was not the first team pour mu def.
Almami asked several times.
People ask about this over and over again. Dem suñu gisé né youth ci gëna né at the end of the day ñu force government pour ñu def ko. Nguur gi so gisé lu ñu wax nit du ko mëna gom. Because lu bari dañ ko wax ba pare duñ ko def comme pour dimbale dem because mu ne docteur demoon na coffee time wane ne loolu yëpp dinañ ko make available.
No bo ki demal na ko boy waré.
Sudul loolu sax mën nañu use président.
Okay.
Ñaata wala bi président bi wax ba pare mu jëw ko foot fi.
Like what?
Du mu ne secure na Banjul and already the phone pour mu lifin.
Bridge. Yeah, yes,
was that any time frame?
No, like current new literary fit. No, before you actually fit parents.
If I may help 1 minute, This got you discuss about President be promised lum joxe through Dr. Hanga. That President Mune the fact why hamnen fi Gambia tolum. Essence the former them $20 million.
Exactly.
Lala wax de 2021 campaign bi. Si cross examination ñu yóbbu si court bi gis nga ñëpp xam ne ñu sàcca ñoo nekkoon di witnesses sàccakat lañ def witnesses ñu dem jàpp ñi nga xam ne ñoom bokkuñ si court bi 7 counts ñu fii ñoom yëpp kenn mënu ko Ministry of Tourism through the tourism board 20 million ecologies yooyu fan lay mujjee
exactly
président bi dafa establish the committee task force committee pour ñu investigate the burning of the fisheries ministry 2020 depuis 2020 ak tey fan lañ gis nga Sana Dahaba ED executive director of NDMA audit report def ko find culpable for the COVID funds and the food items almost amounting to more than $100 million. National Assembly def resolution président bi pour mu yóbbu ko administrative leave ñu investigate ba tey Sana Dahaba mooy executive director so président bi su génnee mu ne ñun moom National Assembly bi Gambia petroleum the petroleum oil saga that is before the National Assembly. Hanga President the tactic he's playing is to kill this thing technically without anybody seeing him accomplish. It's just a lip service. Why he is I bet to differ.
Yes, I know you bet to differ.
Yes.
It's very important put the clear to the public. Gis nga suñ ne comme di Gala team ñoom ñëpp they have political ambition. Buba lan moo stop anybody in a political party, well, different political parties, you guys ne we must come together for a common good for this country. Lan mo ñu stop from all of us coming together? Nothing.
Absolutely.
So demee si lobby waxu la ne politician waruta mun a génn a protest.
In fact, we should be.
So
I think you get my point very, very wrong. Absolutely wrong.
No. Hard. Because lobby wara
Go ahead. No.
So fofu soko buge question fofu is wrong. Man luma go moy ñom ñep because ci popularity mënuñ ko attaque to them. Te su nekké né nonu lañ ko gisé obvious ñu leen ko jox moy di police.
ñoo leen arrest.
Because ñoo leen arrest. Si loo nga xam ne ñoom seen boppa di police officers they don't believe in it. So moo tax Gala dañ force the hands of the government pour ñu def lu nga xam ne ever since ñu encore on laajte. And we must thank them for that. When it comes to politics ñoom ñëpp ku nekk am nga sa right to belong to any political party of your choice. But this was not done politically si lu ma gëm. Because most of their members I know them. And su nekkee ne country bi aagana fu nga xam ne we must come together as politicians from different political parties to save this country. Buba, we will do it.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, we must exercise. Why take Baro? 2016. Bunyam Usenu Guinea, Ben arrest him. Buba. Tay, but yo, Nitki, Mungala Lerne, Bungune, Lerne, Bokon Nasi, Nugamne, Mo, Nicaragua Usin, Purno Lilisco. Why 2016 coalition? Gumnan and Yum Nip, they have a call to answer. Because leader first start somewhere, but if we don't. Kon na dama gëm ne amul benn parti bu nga xam ne right now ñëpp ñoo war a jël responsibility of this.
Okay.
Because the Janneh Commission comme nu ma ko waxee is the biggest travesty to justice. Because expect gu ñu woon ne nii la moo demee te tey soo gisee ñu ngi cee jéem a taxal ay partis ñu nga xam ne dañ gëm ne because of ñu ngi fa woon. It is the responsibility ba pare man commission buñ form at National Assembly level man.
Yeah, you we'll come there.
About the expert.
We'll come to the commission. Yes. So then you have some things to respond before we go. Yeah.
Regarding the permit, if people think that you apply permit, no one protest is wrong. The protest could have come start from there. Then why Gala? You know that one thing in common. In order you to protest, you must get a permit, and you know it's a constitutional. So you believe it's wrong. Then why don't you start from that before you go into another one? Number one.
Start from where?
No, all of them believe that the clause that says for you to protest.
Which of the clause? Minus the constitution there. Go for the.
I said the one that the people that says in order you to protest, you must have a permit. You believe it's wrong. Why don't you start advocating for that public order at first?
And maybe you are not following the.
No. None of them come out to protest about this popular order act.
You mean the Gala members?
The Gala. Okay. Let me come again. Now, when you know,
don't mix the X and then the audio.
No.
Yeah.
Their interest is aside of what the people of the Gambia need. It's like day and night. Now we talk about the laws.
They're telling you, they're saying for your government to release the list.
And it was, you don't have to.
That is like
Gala. You don't have to thank Gala for this public to come to have this list. You have to thank the government for providing democracy.
Okay.
I did not intervene when you were talking.
Yes.
When we talk about laws of this country.
You are calling my name, and if you call my name, I will.
It's okay.
Okay, now
when
we talk about laws of this country, there was some clauses that was changed in the constitutions. Okay, when there was a change of regime in presidency in 2016.
Yes.
Why was the Popular Order Act not touched when UDP and the co were in the governance? But they decided to take clauses that really.
That's a question to me, right?
That's not you. I'm taking the general public.
That was you called my name.
Okay, you respond when
when the constitution was amended. There was some things that was taken out. But why the Popular Order Act was? In fact,
it was ignored.
In fact, Andre Hussein Dawo went to prison as a result of. So you could have start the campaign, start the fight with that one first.
The Public Order.
And that was never fight for.
Okay.
It is still there. And the other one also, the Jamano Commission that we see, the compromises of the Jamano Commission.
You receive a message from someone.
No, this is not joking. This is not joking.
You receive a call.
It's online.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'll just go. Offline, I do. Of the Dialogue Commission.
Okay.
The Committee of the Dialogue Commission also have nothing to do with. Let me just put it in court. When you talk about the presidency, it's one person. Now, most of the people who attack me on social media they talk about NPP. Let me make it clear. By then, I was talking about NPP. NPP was formed in December 2019. Just to make it clear for them. Now, the composition of those in the Dialogue Commission, as you mentioned earlier, by then His Excellency was very new in the system. You say ignorance is not an excuse of the law. I agree with you 100%.
Yes.
But as a head of states, you are not the one who supposed to or can do everything. You are surrounded by individuals. That's the people that you trust. These are the people that you employ. These are the people that you, in fact, the commission itself, president was not in the commission, was citizens of the Gambia that were put as a commission. Those are the people who went and betrayed the government. They went and betrayed His Excellency, the President of the Republic. So when he said he was not aware of certain things, because he entrusted some people to do the work. So those that are entrusted to do the work have betrayed His Excellency. So he was not impeached. He had no right to say he was not impeached. Being in this country doesn't mean everything.
Don't you think he's trying to put
no,
The
other one is and the other one is when the Gala was formed. I think young people of this country, it's an advice including myself. You cannot only make change through the political arena. So these people, what I call them opportunities, because they think that there's something that is wrong.
No, but you know that word.
Several laws of making a change without being in politics like the way you did politics. I know most of these people, they went and read radical politics books. They instead of going reading books that I know, they talk about democracy, they talk about peace, protest, they talk about no. In fact, some of the words I heard the way they say, when I listen to the words of their mouth, I know they are quoting from a particular book. I read book too. They have never mentioned any reference from us.
During their office, there was no forward.
No, I said all this. The press release. I listened to the press release. And
was there any foul?
I did not say foul word.
Okay.
Get me wrong. I say most of them when they all the words from their mouth. I know this. They read a book.
Yes.
And all the books that they read,
what is wrong with that?
are radical politics.
What is wrong with that?
They are radical politics.
Yes. What is wrong with
No,
that?
this is not how we develop a country.
So you cannot.
We don't develop a country through the way they do. If you think that you can make a change in this country, try and do it in a very professional and respectful manner. The young, innocent young people all over in other LRC, they don't need to be, you don't have to inject emotional feeling in them for the sense that the government is doing wrong when this is not the reality. It's not true. They have trying to inject the spirit of the young people that government is wrong and what is not right for that emotional feelings. People to feel sorry for them. And they have a hidden agenda.
I'm not sorry for
I'm not very sorry for Gala. I would say
I'm not saying Gala.
I'm not sorry for Gala.
You are not sorry.
Assets. I have said it in all my platforms. It is rather unfortunate.
But for Gala, you are not sorry.
But I'm not sorry for Gala because Gala, the iman in which they do it is wrong. And when you feel
how do you represent Gala from the young people who drive the mindset of Gala?
No.
I just allow you to finish.
When I say Gala, I think I want you to remove the sense of the belief that it's young people. They are not.
Oh, you can have a house that
they are not young people.
So it can,
they are past the age. No, I think they are 1%. They are not young people. They are not.
Okay, who is a young old? Who is a young person?
If at the age of 35, you fall in the category.
So
they are all more than young 35. Number one.
Who said that?
Secondly, they are 0.11% of the rest of
in fact, the founder of the
they
group,
are not.
the founder of the group, the founder of the WhatsApp group is less than even 30 years. 100%. So Ika is less than 30.
Yes.
Gala, they are not youths, and that's why they are not happy. All youths are happy.
You are not serious. I don't think you are serious. Before I come to Haji.
Yes.
The parliamentary inquiry, are you okay with that setup? Are you okay with them to investigate this? Anyway, NPP is the one of your National Assembly members, Aplha, is the chair.
Yes.
Are you okay with that setup?
I am one person that doesn't underrate anybody. I don't underrate the works of anybody. Whenever I believe National Assembly know their members more than I do, so they're the one who voted Aplha to be as the chairperson of that committee. And one thing I know Aplha, what we have at least been in a class together for a year. When we were doing our international and diplomacy, we did diploma together. Okay. And Aplha is a brilliant individual. And I see some of his contributions in parliament, it makes sense.
But don't you think there's a conflict of interest?
That's not for me to interpret or say yes or no. What I'm telling here is, these people were not just picked from the street to come and be a chairperson. They were voting within the National Assembly member, and he was the one that was picked out of the rest of the 50-something parliamentary to be the chairperson. So I will not doubt his capability until otherwise. And I will tell you, free of charge. In fact, you can also make it strong with 5 bags of cement. If Aplha went and make something that is not up to expectations of Gambians, I will say here.
Are you sure you're going to say?
I'm going to say here. Money. That go. I see Gambia before any other.
No, not in your today's.
Not. So if Aplha, I don't question competency of Aplha, and I believe Aplha will do it, and I hope Aplha also will do it. I sorry if Aplha, Honorable Rana, with due respect, I believe that you're gonna make that expectation of Gambians, and believe me, you can call us back here one day.
Do you think the president was pressurized to address the nation by Gala?
You know,
that was among their demands.
President of the Republic,
yes,
have Gambia at heart. So when he sees that a deemed necessary to do a particular thing, he does. He is not that people who feel big, that whenever practical thing, because of it's not their initiative, they have to wait until otherwise. So we talk about even there's more transparency that is needed at political party levels. We see every single year there are some political party leaders, they went for a tour. When they come out, even the money, people don't know how it even distributed or how they get it.
Which party?
People resign from their parties as a result of transparency. We have said it, and I can give you a reference.
Which party?
No, let me not go there. I'm not your caricature a party.
No,
I'm not going to assassin a party. Let him stick with it about transparency.
There is a direct window. There is a direct window.
No. Just no. I text Gala. They go into political parties and investigate about that transparency. No, many young people. Many people.
These are not paid political parties. So we should know.
We are not. All political parties are government.
No, don't deviate from the topic.
But we are
their appeal is what we tell tomorrow.
Who is paying tax to us?
No, I'm not talking about tax. I'm telling you. I appeal is tomorrow.
Yes, exactly.
No, I'm not going to do that.
No, you should. You should. No, you should. No, you should. You thought their names. Then I'm disappointed.
I will not mention out of the 90 degrees of political party. So I'm not going to mention any party. But I'm telling you, Gala, it's not only if you don't pay tax that you are not accountable.
No. When I say accountability, transparency, only accountable to our members.
I'm telling you, to our members. You are not to our members. That's I'm telling you.
Are you referring to GDC now?
No.
Okay, then it's fine.
GDC,
I still GDC, not GDC.
No. I'm not.
Maybe it's UDP.
No,
you said it's not GDC.
No, okay. So maybe I think now, okay, 3 versus 1. No, but let me just tell you one. When we talk about transparency, no. Thank you very much, Haji. When we talk about transparency and accountability, I want to put Nyang to understand my point of departure. And before I land, don't cross me up. What I'm telling you is, transparency and accountability is not only that you are paying tax are keeping you accountable.
No.
You said even your members are the one that you are accountable for.
Yes.
So what I'm telling you, they are citizens of this country, and the most looting and cheating happens in political opposition parties. And you know.
Yes.
Most
No.
I was in the opposition party.
He said no.
What I'm telling you is, many young.
No, you were in GDC.
Yes,
you were in.
Only in GDC.
So. No. You got famous.
No. It's okay now. Not only. I don't get famous. I get famous in NPP. Which other party? Hold on.
Apart from GDC.
You want me to tell you?
Yes.
I'll tell you right away. Just give me seconds.
Okay.
No, just give me a waiting. No. Just give me a second. I was in GDC.
Exactly.
And I was also in GDC.
Yes. So you see,
and now I'm in NPP.
So when the
apart from GDC.
No, Haji. What I want to know is
it's only GDC.
No, GDC.
No, Abuba.
I was in NPP.
No, Abuba.
You were a green boy.
No. I was part of the Green Boys movement.
He was part of the Green Boys.
Green
I
boys.
was APRC before GDC.
He was part of the Green Boys.
Okay.
No, man, luma bëggoon rek pour mu leer mooy moom answer na ko mu ne non.
I resigned. So I'm not going to have no. You resign.
That's your right.
Because of the party.
Hello. We'll go back to the topic. I'm talking about the Masabal is going to
Exactly.
Who?
Demba Sabali.
No.
Yes.
No, I talking about that.
What I'm telling you, I don't say people have moved from a party to join NPP. I say people have resigned
Yes.
from political.
That's what I'm asking.
Exactly.
As a result of
Resign.
not trying to
America resign.
who?
Apply Cham.
Yes.
Now we want to know.
Are you guilty of GDC? Because you are
No, I'm not guilty. Yes, we want to know.
party.
No, you want to know.
No, you are so defensive that you are guilty.
No. We want to know.
Opposition parties.
We want to know.
There are 19 registered opposition parties in this country. 19.
Then
Somebody he is taking it upon himself, mentioning names.
No.
Can we listen now?
Yes.
Can we listen?
You just get it.
Okay, I will get back to you now. Haji, if you have if there is anything that you want to respond, but I want also talk about
many things.
the parliamentary inquiry.
The topic is going more of English, and the audience are more.
Yes, in the local language, please. Yes, you can speak Wolof. Yeah, go ahead.
Bu ante madam da damen wala min ko Mr. Dem ya dam da damen. No.
No, just go ahead. Mulade.
The public order act. Abe mun justify wala min ko bring UDP la member solbe government. Munat na mangu advocate pour we change it because ye law don't change it. But you know, this is why I like young people to accord themselves with the functions of government. Masaguna tanya. You see, the president is the chief appointing officer. President na if na more appoint more mundi nila bundala. The chief justice and the attorney general lua kotola in consultation with the president. Wolel ka bidol samba deputy bongo. President of the men ko many afale. Ya fam. Then at that time, yellow men falinge, mbele nga along ko farmana jalo tambaja, the then former vice president, wole la selection or la appointment of the president of block on la. And then our age doesn't tally with the constitutional requirement. So President Odungo attack kamota ola hido nyo alafta ko yetimale wala nyo to appoint to have farmana jalo tambaja as the vice president. So another the Ministry of Justice, the AG, through them, they table an amendment to the constitution that bar the age limit has to be a vice president in the country. So the Public Order Act was an act that the president was a law that the president campaigned against. So Usman Dabo at the time being a foreign minister, Amadou Sane at the time being a finance minister, Laminda Mudiba late, may God have mercy on his soul, being the minister of local government and lands, they don't have the mandate, the authority to table a bill. You understand?
I disagree.
No, they don't have they are ministers.
Okay, just allow him finish here. Go ahead.
There's nowhere in the law that tells you that the minister, the foreign minister can table a legal amendment.
Okay, just respond to that and we move. It's not the topic today. You just have to respond and we
So ni another ko about the reference that's telling you the lack of the president's prioritizing the reform he campaigned to do during the time. Because coming after him, he's the chief in charge of the country at the time. So after Luan Mine falling, will fall in Tale. Amala Luan Mine falling, bring water wo fifth legislature. In the sixth legislature, through our National Assembly member, Honorable Suleiman Saho, he tabled an amendment bill of that Public Order Act. But Munaketa, contrary to President's campaign of 2016, ala MPP Dibicheru all voted against the Public Order, the draft Public Order Act. Table by the table by
allow him to finish.
Table. Yes, I allow you to flow on this so that the viewers can have a better understanding. But I don't want to interject you.
Go ahead. Yes.
You are not talking to me, but the audience, the Gambian people.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm telling you based on the facts I saw in the public domain, as far as the functions of public officers are concerned. So maybe they want me to go. Whenever students out, center badibula dibito. Atila ni draft ni table dibite bungoto. Puri ya falindiro ke public order act ni. But mbele ngaji menketala. Unanimously, all the MPs they voted against it. Yeah. Unanimous. That's in the report. I'm not fabricating anything against anybody. So Nico, ibe jana commission na composition, ibe personal bondila wo konola. That is telling you are telling me directly the president is not in charge of the government. Because jana commission is established under a constitution. But law konola, it is only the president that the law mandated to establish those kind of commissions. Yeah, through the AG. So bring AG offenge and the AG directly. In anything he is doing, have to consult the president, or the president has to consult that this is what I want to do. So, any report with the coming up, the 9 volumes me al jan commission ya finde report. That is where the president I committee londi government ministerial committee pour ka fengo la wa fojibe. So nimmo whether Batamedi is UDP or not, but Batamedi was not chief justice. Batamedi was not never having a UDP membership card. I've never seen him having any. But
how do you know Batamedi is UDP?
It's everywhere. No, but everywhere.
Okay, allow him to finish.
In the archives, in the records, Batamedi is a UDP member. Yes. Batamedi was identified as president for Yamena. Afon la Batamedi identify comme Batamedi fana fon ya fanyamena. President la identify pour ka to monkake Minister of Justice. So at the time, when Usenda Baluwo, Usenda found for AGT, wala my party. So directly, President, I have a prerogative I use pour que moto mo alamino me alonko is competent enough. Wala na Batamedi na minister. So nim Batamedi below minister la, he did a fantastic job. For me, Batamedi did a wonderful job. You understand? Ma for the Jana Commission, because I believe anywhere you are doing, if you have any shortcomings, the public have the right to scrutinize you and hold you accountable based on your performances. But Batamedi Lawato le draft constitutional soto. Yeah, fam. And he was able to push it until when he resigned. The now minister was not able to defend that draft constitutional for your fiber. But to come to the points he was raising, what I mean to go, Jana Commission President Onying is the chief accounting officer of whatsoever. We agree with that. Because sign up the Muna the president of Fintila Abafalan Telienko. At Mankala Mutaroke Koda, then the people who were there, they betrayed the president. How can that be? 6 years, 6 to 7 years. Brunch report on day. And the form of an hour fan. And what of an akola, the boom fan in Gawa, what not a president of Kisula continue at a Sila Funi Gala Molia Finta protest.
So the parliamentary inquiry, it is
parliamentary inquiry, I don't have confidence in it. And then I have a lot of reasons in some put forward. Okay. One is the expertise they have. Two, bring a motion of our read. Motion of a race. Motion should have been more bigger than that one. Because you know that there were 10 brand new vehicles. Jamano flying. And they were not captured in this report. In the sales of the Jamano assets. And in the motion that was tabled by the majority leader, Honorable Beji Tunkara, it does not include the assets that are not being identified or sold by the Jana Commission. The mandate is Yamenu Wafi, you have to nyadi. What procedure was taken? San Imam Menu Wafi Dum and the Jana Commission for Amo captured in the report of Gala. Will be Nyadi.
Will be high. And Yamil Wafi before Jana Commission.
Before Jana Commission and before the 50. Will for Nyadi. So the select committee doesn't have that mandate to investigate that. Two, do they have the financial economic capacity, expertise? To be that kind of a specialist auditor or forensic auditor to audit these people on how, what procedure, what document, what time frame, what type of transparency mechanism should they use to ensure it was done on due process. I have not seen that capacity or expertise in the National Assembly. So that alone, for me, rendered the entire process, for me, a wastage.
So you disregard them that?
Of course.
That they are not capable?
They are not competent. They don't have the capacity to do it. And I maintain this. Until and unless, and I wrote this on my Facebook, until and unless they prove me wrong, that is going to be the outcome of their recommendation. But before even the recommendation of Benin, I can tell you the motion pass tells you, me and you, the interest that we must build more. What I mean, one more kutata. In one more kutata, we call it. If you find a bagasole, we should have right to know what was contained in those suitcases.
For gold, for gold and for diamond.
It is gold, it is cash money, it is anything else. Nobody knew to date. And they disappear in thin air. And the National Assembly Select Committee don't have the mandate, they don't have the right to go and
are you sure of what you're saying is
I'm 100% sure of what I'm saying. As per the motion I've seen. I'm not saying
no, what I'm saying is, you said the 10 vehicles parked with baggage, luggages, whether you
I can hold I said
people I want some of your conversation to be so concrete.
People already came out to say yes.
Mr. Alpha, one thing I like in me. When
you must like yourself?
No, yes, I must like myself. Yeah? And one thing among them,
yes,
I don't lie. I hate lying. I could be jovial.
That's good of you.
But I hate lying. I'll look at you and face you and tell you what you can kill me. Because I can tell something, maybe you might not like it, you kill me, but I will say it. Even let me lose my life. So when I'm talking about Gambia, I want to consider something that tomorrow it could go against me. So I protect my dignity and my integrity than anything else.
Okay.
For me, I believe politics is only based on one thing. We must face it with a real perspective than deceptive.
You are explaining what the things that the reasons why you don't trust the inquiry.
The second thing is the composition doesn't bother me. But we all knew that one. It's an open secret to all of us that partisan politics has always overseen or overshadowed the national interest. So, ning committee National Assembly, because this is a special committee, animal law. But the same National Assembly set up a committee the petroleum saga can investigate. Mbega from their own mouth that among the investigators, information leak to the people they should question, to the witnesses.
Witness do can I avoid no camera. They don't have camera.
No, this one will be camera. I'm going to do camera. But I'm telling you, when I'm
the other one is disappointing anyway.
When I'm the witness, you be the investigator. Anything that I should face there as a question, you leak them all to me.
But that's against the law.
Even if
why would they channel it to
no, it was said by, I'm not saying it. It was a National Assembly member who said so. So if that type of
this is where the dishonesty come from. If you think this happened and you are a National Assembly member, we need to wait until whatever goes around. We say this happens. You have the power. You have the immunity. You have all what it takes.
No, whether the person was in the committee or whether the person was in the committee. I'm coming. And this was let's take a name for Jolemi to go. Until Jeroto, Nimanya like National Assembly la court. We already know there were serious malpractices in these sales of Jammeh assets.
I agree with you.
So now, why do we waste another public funds to investigate this when we have police, we have the National Audit Office, we have independent civil society organization.
National Audit Office, yes.
No, they are not part of this investigation. They can only be called as witnesses to help maybe the members, but they are not competent and legally.
But they will release the auditors,
the auditors and the police. We have a law here, even in the absence of the anti-corruption commission. We have a law here. You can be charged on economic crimes. A vehicle, motor scrap. Asana engine ni manka de freng. The minimum you can pay for it is 25,000-30,000.
I know.
So, men talk about scrap. If I a single jita, because the mistake as you are. The guy motor single jita.
He said he was in state house.
All of you are in state house. So I will provide you even back.
And you are not.
What I mean, we have that in and out there. You understand?
Yes.
Well, it was your government. For me, even if UDP government come, I prefer to be an elected public official than to be an appointed public official. You see, I want to continue the legacy of holding government accountable than to be serving the government and be silenced on matters that affect the nation. So come and follow me to go. If I'm not scrabble, ponosimo, wole kaso, wala alampo ala parabiriso dulado e crack. Eka wole lo have $5,000. 25, 30, 40. You don't have 75. Well,
even the bikes,
I don't know whether the buyers are going to be like us, but I know the sellers have a big role or a big question to answer. I agree with you. Motor single dama mabuwa, motor single dama 2,000 bukaso. Motor single dama a time. You don't have 2,000 as a correct one. How can you buy a whole of a vehicle? Only with the Sapoma problem, you sell them on $5,000. Why would I tax the National Assembly to do that? When I have the police, I have the audit office to look at the procedures taken, to look at how the process was conducted. And the police, just to prosecute you, based on the laws that we have, exist. We have the economic crime. When somebody committed a crime, economic crime, you can charge the person without even anti-corruption. So, I mean the president. You talk about the minister making that declaration that the government will come with Fenko. That should not be. That's supposed to be a non-starter. Since Mansakunda and they should have come with a press conference with the detail because what I told Batam Media it's contradict what the president said. Batam Media Mansakunda have all these informations. Let them release it for the benefit of the doubt. Because he has not played any role.
But the government did not say they don't have it.
No, government
did not say they don't have it.
I have listened to the Minister of Information very keenly.
Yes.
On this occasion. And I've heard what the president said.
Yes.
So hadn't been they were having all the information.
But there's no way they don't have information.
But the list is not complete.
They
So
you have some information.
why didn't they release the remaining?
How was
You have access to all.
How was the cow sold? Do you have that information?
Okay, the council. I think let me just take a part of it.
I hope you are not going to take what Ismaila said.
Which Ismaila? You know, how to call it? The one who was responsible, responsible about the selling of the cow is a UDP militant.
Who is that?
You just say allegedly. You
No, I don't
listen.
I think I'm carrying my tag.
So you see, you already have the feeling that you have someone in mind.
It's my
analysis body language.
I'm telling you.
Can we?
I had the minister, Buba, na minister mo ka amor kora to for
Yeah, Monday Mansa.
You know, I said I will not spare any best from you. No, I said I had it.
Good that you are telling me.
I had it.
No, because you just said to that to the coffee time.
So, ako, UDP la amor kora, amato ko de, but ako man thinking, that kora guy.
Yes.
So he said he was the one responsible for pricing and selling these cultures. That is false. Ismail lied.
So no. With due respect, Haji, no. Even you and I don't bring such words.
No. But lie is normal. When somebody
Okay, can we listen now? Can we listen?
now, no.
Let them get you. I give it time.
Let them not open you. Ismail started at coffee time and used more than 10 times that Talib is lying. This is how you use it.
I agree with you.
Just continue from there. I'll give you time. Just continue from there.
Let's not
continue from there. Yeah.
What I'm trying to tell you is that Amadou Kora was never hired by the commission. 1. He was never working for the commission. 2. I took my phone when I heard that because you cannot be a UDP member and you are accomplished in this thing. So nga kumandi nka ngo uncle ako nam ngo nga fenne moy I don't even man tam for control the phone. Ngo nga fenne moy coffee time bi ako mune mot nga ko nyim fire. Bringa fire ngo ajeleta. Ako haji. Ako nene man nyinsi wafi. Nene man do ko ke. But every citizen have the right oxin be ka watu me prietaja. Nka ngo ha. Akata rajilatra Mr. Jallo, something Jallo from the Ministry of Justice, from the civil division of where, whatever responsible can use wafi. Yata ni so menka wafi like 10,000, yata abo after 5,000. Kaya akayan ko hanide. Alkan use wafi nyamena mankete na be wantere kanne. These are not the man is the element of truth.
No, allow him to complete.
Defensive.
That
is defensive. No,
just allow him to complete, please. Yeah.
Allow me. If I want to say it out.
Yes, go ahead.
So, I'm not to you so come up men atia pino ka you so go come place men aduata ba ke manke la pressure. Then yanyi ninka ala own place so just here. In his opinion. But it's not the selling authority or in charge of any finance.
Maybe that's how he informed and he was over to him to take in charge.
Because he gives the price, in charge of he know better. Maybe that's how he kept
Now,
he paid the price, but the media can access amount.
Can we listen?
So that's you for $1,000. You have the bag of almost $20,000. Look at it. Mom, because
Okay. So wait. Before Haji, you've explained. I understand.
I have to call this thing.
No, you have to call it for you to understand. Okay, go down. You don't see it. We're coming to that.
Oxen.
You just
so near announce ate mo bang dingo ti pura fana taje anu ni ko famba bula ndaka sanne fam go dingo from masana na tara bende bul mbasana but the problem is force and relax ke no wa per leba ani mele ya ko le be bagazo presque munan ne ate atre ye presque wo pri di wala amon ko de mara banko dingo beta ay men tane na no ayaji be ko alim bank alim ni so ma da ni so afla ma tede den ala presque wo ni opinion ni di but ko wa per bulla ata inta wala karata ba am fa fe mala de ata fe ne ka fam. So now that you want to I
understand your point.
Yes. Yes, them now is fine. Them now is fine.
It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to respond to him? Yeah,
yes, now respond, Mom. Like, just, I'm not low, you know.
Alpha, with all due respect,
Yes.
NPP don't have the moral authority to say political parties are corrupt. How do you build your bureaus? Where do you get your pickups? Who is funding your party? Nobody. So you have the moral authority to ask people like this.
Now.
So you are never transparent.
Yes.
This is never transparent.
Yes. So yes. Yes. Haji, thank you. Haji.
Let's allow Nyang to talk.
Haji.
Let's allow Nyang to talk.
Dem.
Okay, let's allow Nyang.
Looy wax gannaaw ñeme woo ko déglul man mu ñeme ma wax waaw toogoo bi léegi dem léegi dañoo oo léegi dañoo oo léegi am nga fi
Which who resigned there?
no let all was there reason let all was there reason Bachili lan moo gën a GDC
Bachili ka?
non léegi déglu waaw lu ko gën a GDC
moo gën a bono dama nga I want you to invite Bachili fii nga laajte ko la moo la génne la GDC just one perfect
Buba Buba
Bachili told you
Buba no
lu ko génne GDC that was not transparent
léegi mema da nga war a xamut mais man ma wax no xana lekk no da nga déglu xam nga Buba comme Bachili boo cite as an example dara leerul Buba si issue boobu
yes Bachili
am telling you dara leerul Buba si issue boobu déglu ma xel de dara leerul Buba si issue boobu leerul lekk xam nga ne with all due respect sax duma bëgg a demee foofu because xam nga ne non déglul duma ko dem rek xam nga ne duma ko dem because non déglul because xam nga ne yow mooy yow da nga ñëw yundoo deelu
man jaaga
non déglu ma rek déglu ma ñun dañoo toog non waaye foog nga déglu ma non foog nga déglu ma ñun dañoo toog yow da nga ñëw yundoo dem soo mënuñoo nekk benn ñun luy xew non déglul ñun luy xew GDC su nekkee ne xamee nañ la fa su nekkee xamee nañ la fa laa waaw période buñ la xamee ak période boo génne GDC benn la waaye léegi waaw non naa ñëw si yow waaye léegi comme bu baax gis nga about as National Assembly committee waaw inquiry léegi foofu lu ma fa bëgg a wax mooy man a Haji am na si yuñ d'accord yu nga xam ne man suma boppa sax ak yiw naa ko in other interviews yu ma am depuis ñu form ko benn bi mooy when it comes to the expertise and the technicalities man dama ko doubt whether ñii mën nañoo extract the needed informations from those yu ñëw as witness because no déglu dang maa may yi dang maa may yi dang maa may yi when you talk about the TRRC ñun fa nekkoon soo seetee team bi ni ñu ko composé all those people they were competent pour run the TRRC
of course
soo seetee Janneh commission the same thing
TRRC
non déglu lekk dang maa may yi
TRRC
non dang maa may yi understand even though mun nga am sa A and B understand ne because of lii moo tax waru faro nekk waaye doone kooku is not competent to be there te ñëpp xam nañ ci la lay rifaat waaye léegi lu ma am mooy when it comes to this our National Assembly members obviously soo seetee ñoom ñi nga xam ne ñoom lañ compose as a team loolu dama ko daaw trop when it comes to the capacity whether these people dinañ ko mën a execute because si lu ma jot xam góoma ne ñoom on sa meet nañ that competence level pour ñoom ñu war a mun a carry li as expected to the public ba pare comme lu ñu wax seen mandate because you cannot go beyond your mandate soo bàyyi xel sa TRRC bi ñu bari ñu ngi doon question lu da demuñ woon jamono ñoom jawar waaye ñu ne leen ne that was not part of their mandate te right now luñ fi laajte si affaire yi assets still now Jammeh nekkul assets am bi fa génn am na ñu fi toog di laajte affaire yi PA système affaire yi state ak affaire yi yeneen
You used to have a very big one.
Honest. Why léegi yooyu yëpp su nekkee ne it's not part of their mandate then obviously ñoom unity di yuuxu nii yooyu la gars yi di ñëw pour lifin te ñëpp xamuñ ne lan moo fi nekk Haji yéen a yum side as an example yooyu yëpp is part of Jammeh's assets gannaaw dañ gëm ne state baa ko moom ñii dañ waroon a dem beyond that mandate pour ñu make sure ne mboolem lu nga xam ne gëm nañ ne Jammeh mus na koo moom either it was counted for or it was not counted for ñoo waroon nañ doon am di mandate pour ñu make sure ne dinañ inquire about those ba pare ñu bëree ngee ragal about conflict of interest because soo ko bàyyi xel ñoom ñëpp they are from political parties teg naa we have few independents independents teg naa that's Jato
Is Jato part of the commission?
yes Jato is there Janyambure he is part of there so ñu bëri tamit ñu ngi xelaalu ba pare yaa bu nga xam ne expect nañ ko when we already have institutions waaye dama ragal gannaaw Haji raise na about the national audit bi président bi leeral na ko ñoom is an opinion in no waa déglu nag no how you define opinion
the president is a mere opinion.
si dangaa déglu could be bad déglu exactly dangaa déglu so xam nga dama mooy ñun national audit office dañ ko war a because xam nga we don't need it now because already president bi down play na seen all efforts moo tax national audit office amul luñ fi audit president bi jël serious step towards that so when it comes to the police maybe am na question waaye xam nga man dama yaakaar ne even though yii yëpp they are concerns yu nga xam ne raise naa ko with this commission waaye dama yaakaar ne with this commission because you am people from different political parties gëm naa ne one way or the other tamit maybe ñoom tamit at least dina difficult maybe pour ñu gis nit ku nga xam ne because Ablaye Cissé is just fortunate to be the chair waaye ñi nga xam ñeneen ñu nga xam ne maa si ñoom Madi ak ñeneen ñu nga xam ne they are also part of the commission.
And the PDI
yes Suwaibu is there. So dama gëm ne
Alhaji Mbosa
Alhaji Mbo also is there. So dama gëm ne lu mu bon at least maybe dinañ am luñ jot a discover lu nga xam ne xamuñ ko woon from the commission even though these are concerns. So moom yu moo raise when it comes to the GDC yàlla dafa def lu bari xamu ko si parti bi. non déglu ma léegi déglu ma ñoom ñu wax ne ñëpp a resign tey soo la ca woon docteur Sabally du la wax ne dama resign because of affaire yi xaalis te ñëpp xam nañ docteur.
it's only because of being a minister.
yes ñëpp xam nañ lu tax docteur mu resign pause yu mu def time yi 3 years jot na yeneen yu mu def time yi di draft constitution yii yëpp xam nga ne is a news to him because you are far away from the system. No, déglu nag may ma soo ne Bathily man ak keneen loolu ak yiw nañ ko fi du benn du ñaar te ñëpp gis nañ issue bi Abdoulaye Thiam si boppam soo ko fi oyoon mu nga xam ne mooy seen national youth president national youth spokesperson yes the youth wing spokesperson soo ko fi oyoon moom si boppam du la wax ne base of that moo tax waaye lu mu bon Kandeh is different from the president because Kandeh soo ko wax lu mu am mu ngi koo delloowaat back to the askan waaye ñun ñuy fay suñ tax to the government at the end of the day fu ma dugal suñu xaalis. non da nga side example. non yow moo tax may la ne da nga ko ji dafa ragal a wax bàyyi man ma wax ko. Buwa ma dimbale ko xam nga these are the kind of individual ñu nga xam ne the party gave them an opportunity.
Gis nga
These people are not consistent. Okay. These people don't have no belief or regards for anything. Exactly. So when you lack the moral ground or the moral authority, today you are in NPP and tomorrow I'm seeing you to be in another party. Because your politics is about interest, it's not about belief. So this is the difference.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, what about one more?
No,
you don't see that.
Yes.
No, I'll give you 1 minute.
No.
Yes.
Gis nga buba ñun we are young people. Te buñ nangu politician use ñu. Buñ ko nangu. Because xam nga buba man I have a future.
You don't know Alpha.
Understand? I have a future.
But you are in you don't GDC. Now you're NPP.
I'm gonna my problem. Buwa man suma ay moromi ndaw su ñëwee di xee lu nga xam ne man suma boppa wala any genuine Gambia mënut a toog ne ñii luñ raise as a concern lu tax ñu war a protest kan mooy taxaw mu ne was not genuine no one.
I didn't say genuine.
No, you need to listen. You need to listen. Buba, no problem. Lu nga xam ne genuine moo tax nga use that word ne it was based on cheap popularity. No, that's what you said. Moo tax ma ne ko de bul nangu politics. Understand? Bul nangu politics yi wala politician ñu la use. Because this is exactly what I have seen. Because what you were here towards that gala was not genuine. And you are a young person. So we expected you to say something. From the comment,
You are inside emotional feeling.
When it comes to them and others, their politics is more about what is serving their interest. But it's not about what is the interest of this country then.
I want to thank someone.
And this is what I have seen.
Aja Fati, thank you so much.
No, wait.
Stars. Now I'm coming to you. Aja, yes, thank you. Please tell us stars. And Bucks Sekai. Is it Bucks Sekai? Thank you, Bucks. Bucks, thank you. No, he's coming. He's coming. Go ahead. You got it.
What I'm going to say is, when he said, no, go to the local language. You then know you GDC, we are following our personal interests. For life started. No, Hararek, look at the GDC.
Nada Mons.
I'm not for this.
Mons.
Man, one about APRC. I have never had a membership in APRC. I was young, going to school, following Green Boys. You gotta say I'm MPP. No, I'm not MPP. No, I was in Gambia. What you say? You were in APRC.
Yes.
Just hide someone.
What he said. Remind me what he said, Buba. You need to remind him what he said.
He was no. He was.
Yes.
APRC and GDC. Because I was kid 8 years, 7 years. Can you listen? I want us to.
Now he's in his start.
But I want to remind you. I want us to listen with mature, intelligent politicians. And that's exactly what you have.
No, don't worry.
I'm not going to interject in any policy.
But you are doing so.
Now allow me to express myself.
Because it's your turn.
No, I'm going to. No. When I said when APRC was functioning, I was in school. We do Kanilai family, other stuff. I have never had a registration. It doesn't have to be.
No, but you confirm membership. You confirm.
I have a membership. No, membership means that now GDC. Now what GDC? Now let me tell you what brought me to GDC. Omar Sise and Alaiso.
Which Omar Sise?
Omar Sise, the former parliamentarian. Omar Sise.
Nyamina. Yes.
And Alaiso.
Yes.
We were in the same class doing international diplomacy. And most of my area of focus was on protocol. Alaiso approached me physically. We need a protocol officer in GDC. As I'm doing it in class, I also needed to practice. If that's the opportunity, I will embrace it. And when I was going, I don't even go with alone. I came with my colleagues, three of them, and they were all ladies. We went and joined, and we do our functions as protocol officers.
So that was the reason.
Now wait, and the reason of me leaving GDC was so clear, and it is whoever here you know. We went to a GDC. I know one thing about me. There is never a day you sit here. I speak about no. I have never speak about a political party. On all grounds. I'm not going to do it at all. There is no secret. There's nothing I'm going to say about GDC. I left GDC and I left GDC. And I left GDC as a result of I did not fit in.
But you broke.
No, I never. Now, when I said about there's people that are corrupt, he said, let me mention. I said, I'm not going to mention. He said, I said, people resign.
But you mentioned. No,
when he only said it, I said, you said.
No. You are the one that mentioned the GDC.
No, and let me make it clear.
No.
My entire duration in GDC, I have never benefited from GDC. You said I was there for interest.
No. What? No. You are getting it wrong.
No,
you are getting it wrong.
Secondly, no.
What have I benefited from GDC money inside the military? No.
They never sacked me. I sacked them. GDC, my man is sacked.
And the party will give you an opportunity.
I was using my own car.
No. Bua. He said something here. He said something here. He said he was reading diplomacy.
My whole best spot in GDC.
Bua.
No, it's funny.
Okay, now let me talk about opportunities here. When I come to MPP, up to date, those who are with MPP, I start interest of the
No, Haji, wait. I have a very good point. Yes.
Now listen. Now ask me.
We don't have. I can ask.
Bubu, I have a question.
That's a neutral question.
Bubu, I have a question. Bubu, I have a question. Which is very genuine. No, allow me, let my question. No, I appeal.
You can.
I appeal.
Don't sit.
I appeal.
It's hot, but sit down. I know it's very hot, but sit down.
I'm very okay to receive any type of question, and I'll go ahead.
We have to go back to our topic now.
Yes.
When you said you did not come to GDC because of interest, when you were
It was that.
just
No, wait. Let me go. Who is asking my question? Exactly. You need a practical experience.
Opportunity.
exactly.
If you are looking for a job and someone employ you,
Yes.
someone employ you.
It's not an opportunity.
No.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Yes.
So you got calling.
So you needed at one point. At one point you needed the part. At one point you needed the part.
Can we listen?
At one point. Yes. You needed the part. Okay.
Now let's go to Kurang's case.
No.
Kurang's case. No, please. I'll get to it.
Let him come first.
No.
I'll give you the opportunity. I want to answer this. Yes, go ahead.
No, I didn't have questions.
You go ahead.
Let me go ahead.
Please. We don't have much time. Please. We don't have much time.
I will never run away.
So let's go to
So the issue is,
Yes.
you mentioned very important and
a
interesting.
question, not a comment.
That's a question.
Yes.
Were you in GDC as a member or a GDC as an employee?
No. They got employees. They got employees. They're not employees.
Was that as a problem?
You have seen no employment. You can constantly be an employee. Okay.
I came there as a member, and in the membership, I was there as a protocol officer.
No. You were recruited as a protocol officer. Or were you recruited as to be a GDC bona fide member?
I was a GDC member.
From the two.
I was
You said you were not a member.
And then, all the people in executive member of PEC, they are members.
So why
They are designated. I was designated as a protocol.
No.
What do you say?
opportunity why the opportunity has the convincing factor?
How?
Why the opportunity being the
It
convincing
was
factor?
the availability only.
So without so now
Please. Can we listen now?
you call the Gala opportunity.
Okay.
No.
Tell me.
Please, can we listen now?
No, exactly what is in you. It's exactly what you think is in Gala. I'm telling you. What is in you is exactly what you think is in Gala.
Can we listen now? What is your take? Ami Bensouda mungi what demand Quran to apologize or just this is just in 2 minutes. We're going to, because the time begins.
I'll give you less than a minute.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So what is your reaction to that?
That's what he felt. That is a necessity for him to take him to court, and he is trying to take him to court. If Kura think it is not true, let him also do the same thing. It's between them. It's between Bensouda and Kura. It's not between me and any other person. In fact, I feel no interest on that area.
Okay, thank you so much. Nyang, what is your take on that?
No, Haji, no.
Okay, Haji, go ahead.
I'll see you one.
No, it's...
Let me make my comment.
Anyway, I believe it's a personal choice and a personal decision between Council Bensouda or Council Ami Drami Bensouda and then Mamadi Kuram. It's a civil suit.
Yeah.
Although for me, I have my own personal views as far as when you occupy public position. I believe in accountability. Without any kind of mercy, then I believe in accountability. So continue to that and that. Anyway, but it is
raise your mic a little bit. Yeah.
More panala nyantole mu. Ni alongo gondwa lepeje me alongo it goes against defamation. So ni alongo mo ito nyala ya samba kiti bongoro.
Okay.
Ya me samba kiti bongoro. Whether you can prove that they say defame or not, that's left to the court for decide.
Okay.
Or ngame longo lo ndiko nde I'm a fan of accountability. Okay. I'm not a fan of suppressing any view on accountability.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, bu di sim ñaari reasons lañ te suñ demee nag ba nga xam ne kii am na lum gëm ne maybe bina nañ ko si turam te obviously moom si boppam agree with that law bi mee na ko right and this is not the first time Ami Bensouda is doing such so des na tamit si kurang su nekkee ne dafa gëm ne am na ground yes am na evidence on what he has been saying yes mu maintain ground am su nekkee ne nag dem na ba nga xam ne amul ground teg naa 7 days lañ ko jox des na si moom whether apologize na then you faate ko because it happens to a councillor and councillor bi also did the same so between that councillor and Ami Bensouda so dama gëm ne issue la bu nga xam ne ñaari concerned citizens la so at personal level des na si ñoom ku nekk decision booy def kurang su feelee ne is otherwise let him maintain his ground su feelee ne nag moo tooñ let him apologize because 144 millions moo fa nekk moom waaw di ko xaar in case wow yes
few calls on 203548 203548 so if you have a contribution more contribution also or you want to ask Haji Nyang or them any question you can ask them question so technician will be number nyinkela screen on nyimbalale also number nyintano je but it's 203548 also call keno direct wala but also call Keno on WhatsApp fanang on the plus 220-2035-488 plus 220-2035-488. So I'm gonna first call at our line auto. Yeah. Trying to get our first caller. I'm sorry. I think they're okay. Tuba Mari. Tuba, thank you so much. Ngela message le Tuba. Hello? Alaikum salam.
Yeah, Sisla.
Oh, Sisla, welcome.
Yeah, men control mela Panelist for the control.
Ibebe Mike.
Mela UDP brother control Haji Suwaneh. Yeah, after MPP la mo ina kiabila. Comment ka foko Gala like you told me to opportunity. But people like this guy, that's why Obanko Tiranyalo, because you know why? It will get a personal interest follow some Banko interest. Because you how do the Gala Konopi during dictatorship time, Jamano time, they was in the struggle. I mean he was part of Jamano. So at any world, you want Banko sort of in heart. So come on, man. Amanya na kasi kampo ko mo bango mo le Gala ko mo le bango ko katamato because at fele bi a joint mo sakunda me ala ko fa ala ko this government is corrupt ko am joint ni dia be defend because ala pocket you know so which is very wrong people under the kata school la kalantare be para kana democracy me fana fa ko democracy ka abuse ni democracy do la sama na fo baro ma democracy tin do la yenta ko le understand MPP have to understand that this democracy was fight by the Gambians. Not even Adam Barrow. When we are fighting this democracy, where was Barrow? Barrow, he was not even part of the struggle. So come on, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sisla. Abarka bake, Sisla Lion Jarema. No, this is the Gambian Sisla. Hello. Hello. Alaikum salam.
Yo, ngal kontong buba ani aji big jono
big job.
Ani la oriyan sol bi ngal kontong buba.
Okay.
Wala ramo ke abe diara be interest bari muna atinya do nyama interparering make SO5 ayalo ko membe keri nga kontan la nga dindiw je politiko ko no because of sinning bajala ko asike mo be nyaato tati bal nin dindiw ka be mala abaga pare ka mola moyo o programme nyaka atinyale to bandi abe le programme tiyale go but mi ala ñu commissioner ji mento sainte ñu commissioner barole follow atinya mota ñu banku nga menga commissioner tiyana man ka ana barole follow commissioner mo mel ban ara mo baro yo le mundala man sakunda ko no ibe do ko la buba nim parta be audio kile ana mo barole diamu la ko solibaji ala korla commissioner ya tabulo ko no ako ate o murundi o male because of all mero so itamiro ku kendo be kelo ko kelo ba so me men fana nyim fonni gendi I more disappointed. I usually disappoint back because me political politics senunge but MPP na beta de telle na ma beta ya mo be la modi ko politics sifa o banta nyum banku kan
Okay, thank you so much.
Commissioner member kira Sénégal le 7 na man Sénégal. Ah, parole ma sakunda Sénégal ñu ko kono de.
Thank you so much, Big Joe. Barka ba.
Mini na be UDP la to non di koto. Bari mbafule ko ite UDP to non di do la ñu ko kono.
Right. Thank you so much, Big Joe. Mbe mulbe dani la mo kana me la no to bake pour swata min tuta jaman sia. Hello.
Hello, Bua. Nimba.
Enembara.
Yala kafo be kondo. Just to get the ball rolling. One but call back and do could there's a customer coming. I'll call back.
No problem. That's very important. Yeah, that is very important. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, we are live on Kerfat. Jamano.
Thank you. This is Haruna Buba.
Haruna, okay, go ahead, Haruna.
Interesting, you know, I really like your panelist today.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, I will congratulate Haji Suwaneh and Nyang for really, coming on point and, being back in their fellow youths regarding the looted asset of Jamano.
Okay.
Yeah, for the other guy, the guy from NPP, I forgot the name. What I would advise is...
Alpha Dem, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Alpha, as youths, when such kind of issues are, on ground, you have to look at the future, not today. Don't try to support or, try to back issues that, they are blatantly clear that they did not, go through the normal channel. And some of these issues might haunt him later, if he wants the public office. So I will advise you to read this is from that. But so GDC and, Haji Suwaneh, their grounds regarding the, parliamentary inquiry team or committee that has been, established is really a point. Because if you look at some of the members that are, part of that, inquiry committee, they are not expertise. So I doubt, as he said, I doubt what will be their recommendation at the end of the day. But let's see, because such kind of issues never happen in the history of the Gambia. But however, interesting panelists, and we are here enjoying your program. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Barka Bakela Kwendra. So we take another call now on WhatsApp. Yeah. I'm just trying to... Okay. Hello. Okay, Salif, welcome. Okay.
And Haji and GDC guy and I don't know if I can use this for so guy. Program of very interesting, but Barona DD MPP and Tamil Gambia among the UDP tax. Gambia is bigger than UDP. Nin nationally issue not a more bill concern wrestler. Please, in UDP bondi. These three major concerns parole are failed because I ain't no more than they are victims. I don't think Fadak family will be still and Fadak is comfortable and number conversation okay in passing by 2020 and 2016. No. Sitting there the similar number is conversation okay one person will happen on 2016. No. Something in the direct what is similar about because consumer will pay down the food, they don't have to work for our country. I mean, this concern, direct concern, and TRRC is not about it at Jerusalem. If you follow the sea, you come to the issue go to the art. But the concern, yes, I know it can be the foundation. Yes, this is my signature. We are taking about UDP concern, UDP concern. All the recommendation of Baroque Yaka, they are taking from the body. Yet, you don't show our mum and guy because I'm not trying to make a mum in the even the army command the member is signed already.
Okay. Thank you. Alright. Thank you so much, Mr. Okay.
Go at Ahmed Ba. I Baro Banco Mola Solomon Samba Senegal. I Burmina. No, the issue to my two.
Okay. Thank you so much. Abarka baki, Mr. Marong. Hello.
Hello. Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum salam. Okay. All right.
Hi. Ano kung pangalan program ng interesting bagay?
Okay, go ahead.
Moko ke kan sudah aku jam. Ya, kami minggu banyak mendorong, kami mereka punya mendorong. Kami kepending ke funding ke money ke audience bukan yang bantu nafas. Mereka aja kami miran tanya orang apa. Because ni mulai pintu mincan bantu bersuluh. Ini politik tentu. Because min nama nyawa nama mereka. Ando banko na fala minti mamma che vekele con politico di depan patente con in compension funding che je non per banko la sama alfalo e casi che non funding che due anni ancora a può cambiare cambiare fa pa barang ka jelo ko jang MPP funding che nimba MPP support ka o be ko le ma tra banko ide ko ko le ne na ko mon ba na fala
All right, thank you so much. Abarka baki, thank you so much. Elakmandrola. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Pua. Abaraka Kingela Mol Condon. La famille Tamila Jamolum Mela Molde Condon. Funding coming from the NPP, funding coming for Mole Baro Bitre, Woman Baro Bitre, Baro Co at the family commission in set, and then I minister attach seller Sol Balale, Volcanecana report I. But you cannot call me Nanga Mufi, and you are a Kudoka account into. And Auditor General Moile, there's only one account. Me along Kubansakunda account, Pensakunda Kodokadami. We had that. So there was no betrayal from anybody. Yo, I come in from a fool. A Hadam Dimoje, you know, a better backing and we recognize them in the society. We reference them, we keep them in records for referential purposes in future. Because funding Kelly, Indian funding Kelly, can kill a soma. And if they are on the cool, better. It will go against it simply because of your individual interests. And with NPP, the stance I mean that all NPP supporters be and they take the same stance. And it's just that cool. Allah licensing criteria and we all have another NPP called someone on the platform. But they never offer anything. And when important issues on Venezuela, they will try to be controversial to make so the place so noisy that what if offer the people who are offering better ideas, you cannot listen to them.
All right, thank you.
So NPP is just terrible in this country.
All right, thank you so much. Time will come up when last caller talale. Then hello. Hello.
No buba gaji ko keba sabal leme Helsinki Finland. Nge kontong Haji Suwaneh kontong Honorable Dem Bafanan kontong aning mo sabanyang me fanan platform moto. Kalbe kontong kaltejo.
Ibe bal moy kana. Ibe be moy kana.
Yo yalong ntefe me keta jahaloti. Ling atara ko mansakunda men nkolen Gambia government. Dame yalong ko president e kalimen na wala be tilmo tamandilale nyim banko alafta jelale ko ay ke banko kendoti andu mennu fanan be NPP ikola na to mu walati bi kumo men be fokan ko tilimbali yale keta andu president fo sontale ko ede ni report koto nga ko do kalam taje bar ko do le mangol fintindin kan man nte fo ja altale malo keta nyame wodo ni wo kumo be fokan ko tinyaro le keta ntenga mera momo be NPP bankudin kendo muti momem hani president baro kabola ibe nyanta tara pare ne yo nyine katun ton lafta tilingoni to nyalla kawta mani banko ka momo e son fenke jandoro kunoro nyanta o mari nyanta asambala lu nyata amma nyanna kala competition ko mol membe ko no ba kanamur kawol tonye o kenen o ka foko manke bankudin kendo ti mamira mo nyanta o kala natara ko mbeka bankudin ya kano fonya aman jaw ya ngatara different parties nyol to katu na philosophy teke no la kiloti na mira nyal teke la kilon na ger nyata ke wolem democracy ti bari democracy men min fana wolem yintiko bankudi wo bankudi nyantela banko kanulale ko ka fo da to nyame andum banku buka tamano kata banku kano ka atara tilwoni to nyama taraje alima politiko je ni nyanyama sana me alon ko ambe funding caring ko nyim funding kel membe sir nyim platform oto nyen kaka NPP fasa ila right na mi NPP fasa bari banko tambindi NPP la bankoje ko nin tonya fota hanna fota MPP la karola song andu ñu mom kuma fajang moman tay ko menkata ñin jane comme son pour menkata min fota min libe fokan evidence le bije ko pour manta nyama ngami le tanyanta la kanja iroke na tar ko iko banku kano wole sindi ngla andute Gambia jel ko banko le men kanu andute baro kanu tonya le kan oto momo e baro kanu tonya kan inyanta tonya le fasala ali nga politiko da bon jenga na bankoje andung alkamen mira wote de nin ko manta nyama atol malo baro alo ne mona mu repapo sonot al tulunjede al kana nyin ko ke sobe ala ta baro fulje atol le binalo la ke so kon ja ha mo betente fenkela yo le ke ya jamela ja andum baro be dandala la ko inyalo ntol man la president na bota na banko ka ke bori kata si wulo kono laftala na expression no kasi na banko ka adon nyunu be nyor kampari ko kuba ko na tolo lan ko e mo do jel mendu bota man ku dolu kam president kotol temanna ifama hakilo dumbang president kotol to fo ba ya dube labanta ya dine ifana be o kafole kono president no le but ila ftale bang idea la bang fo la try kuyela
Thank you so much. Abarka bagare kilana last call at I'm very sorry mol mialong kol bebe kumandirola because what happened there. Mr. Dem, what is your reaction to Anibe Sarla Munela? I will give you to react to the callers and then
just to make clear something very clear here. Before the beginning of the conversation, deep in the conversation, I said it very clear. Regarding the sales of Jamano assets, it's rather unfortunate. And we are not happy about it, and we want it to be clear to the general public.
Okay.
Secondly, what I also condemn is the way how the protesters came out. Because I did not say they did not do the right thing to protest, but it could have been good if the permit was granted based on the correct laws. And equally, all those that are callers who I believe oppositions, I in fact not believe they are, saying that they will put me accountable.
You think they are opposition?
They are. Let
Okay.
me just get it. Putting me on record. Let me tell them very clear. I'm not an opportunist who survives because of politics. I was before politics and I will before politics. And in fact, I am not surviving under politics.
Okay.
I just support the government and I support MPP and I'll keep on supporting them. If you think you can put me on record or whatever, you can go ahead. In fact, all the numbers that call here, none of them is here. So
no. So someone called from.
No, the one who was saying about I see the number is +444. The one who called, I tell me they can keep me on record. Keep me on record.
No, you said all the people that called they are not from here.
The one who was calling, telling me all those who say, directly pinpoint on me, I can say the number is +44. So keep on record.
This is a Gambian number.
I said the one that you received from the iPhone Gajigo.
Oh yes,
+44. The one who
yes,
said
that one is outside. Yes.
Yes, I said let him open Akai where he is and then keep me on record.
Keep you on.
He said he's going to take me on record and this is going to be reference for tomorrow.
Oh, he said you might regret it tomorrow.
There's nothing I'm regretting. I support MPP.
He's doing it now.
Okay.
Yes. So what I'm saying here is, as far as we come on these platforms to exchange different ideas, ideologies, and disagree to agree, all of us have one thing in common. That's Gambia first. So this have been in support of MPP, you being GDC, you being UDP. We have different policies or have different beliefs, but the ultimate objective is to Gambia to grow. So I will also defend my point, my party likewise defend your party. So you don't have to call and then trying to instigate or try whatever. That's left to you. It's your opinion, it's your business. Me, I'm here for MPP and I will remain to be here for MPP. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Mr. Nyang, oh yeah, Haji, yes.
Haji, you pull me from where? MPP. He was jogging.
No, my brother.
Haji, the black campaign.
Haji, can you give your final remarks?
You see what I even shock you because that's what you are.
Give your final remarks.
Aparaga bage buba. Wala mendro bangkola kolam. Kana jam pur kawle kacha is never anything personal. Ni ajeng kasi it will be better pour meme masakunda konla wala patio ko meme masakunda konla. Bega singan na mirarol dinyola. Ane foro nyim miraro le ko la banko dum fana ka koltaji men yalon ko be nafala den si banko ta ngado ko la banko ka dogo politiko koma bari mbetel fana tan dula baake mbe jayla mbemmen la la jedro wala min to ko buba nyim banko la fonnin kelu nyanta ka wato me yalon ko nyi wat sifalu nyanta ka trale nga kankilin tambindi nyaato because mandira do ya fanya men wala min to ko banko la suma mon del tati tel fonnin kelu kudol be yes parti politiko o manya naka kenna baraso de kurunda mali kilinde kandol fenke because nyaji nganyem fo na fenne je wato fana ko te ko iko youth defending our laws.
Yeah.
So akamunta kodrong, these are kind of mindsets. May along akabanko say the common. Yes, we cannot all agree on things, but nimmang agree cool to nyawanya. Banko la kuno nyala kutam nyarule. And then Mr. Demian Membutam. But I wanted to advise ourselves, myself including him. When people are in grievance against things, mindful it was first heard from a National Assembly member, Honorable Babu Siseti, describing the protesters as cockroaches and mice. You understand? So another MPP member describing those young people who are protesting that they are opportunists. This is so kind of discouraging and disheartening to see young people who are supposed to be like-minded, regardless of our political differences. But in terms of our future tomorrow, we're supposed to have like-minded approach when we are holding government accountable, regardless, because this is how Western democracies unite to ensure their government deliver for their future. And that is exactly what is happening there. That's why in the baby we wanted to pursue our careers in America, in Europe, in order to develop countries. But they started like this. When they have things that they have common interest, particularly in the issue of corruption, they don't wait anything. They all unite once and make a force of power. The force of power means the people's power. And that people's power will force people in power to do the needful for people who are behind the power. But if people who have to be united, come and like say other citizens, to ensure our power is being respected by the people, mean they'll divide, people in power will always escape from accountability. And that's exactly what I'm saying here. Why are you protesting to defend the laws when the laws are break by the thieves? That is ruining my life and your life tomorrow, my future and your future tomorrow. Okay. To defend a law must not be to defend a law against a law. Already there are laws that is called the economic crime in the criminal procedure code, which are against corruption. That's a corruption that happened already. Why do you defend the Public Order Act, which you all agree is an outdated?
Thank you so much, Haji.
1961, during colonial time of Luambege, on what ground? Is immoral. I'm telling you, it's so immoral. It's immorally been cannot be justified.
Okay, Jerejef Buba, as usual, keep up the good job. The was small brother. We are not here to defend any political party, but we are here to defend the truth. Papare Ndawla, tegna lu bari mu ko har ci kanamam tamit. Tay rek bokk ci ruling party bi doesn't mean ne di nga defend lu nga xamne lu correct la ak lu correctut. Because ñun ñep tamit elek dañ ko am ta Gambie ñun la yaakar. So ñun ndaw yum yaakar nak suñ démé ba nga xamné at the end of the day nekkuñ di jaamu intérêt réew mi waaye ñi ngay jaamu intérêt political party kon dafa the future will be even worse than the current status. Si kaw loolu rek di ko wax ne di ko sant di ko gërëm gannaaw ñëwoon na probation in the GDC gannaaw bu dañ ko fekkoon si classe waaw probation bi jeex na soo xaw ma nag na jël nañ ko liggéey wala at this appointment application am bi endorse nañ ko so si kaw loolu rek di gërëm my brother Haji di wax ne rek nii la réew mi fu mu jaar foog ñu waxtaanee ko ñu make sure ne tamit ñu nekk si biti dinañ dégg because lu mu bon am na xale yu nga xam ne they are looking up to us. So what is always good to feed them with the truth. So come num deme ni rek rew mi is unfortunate why take now 2026 all this will come to an end inshallah.
Thank you so much. Ngebe tinduke jay bake of course Aplha Dem bota NPP le Haji bota United Democratic Party and Mr. Nyang bota GDC le ngebe tinduke jay bake prokana nyem program mo talata nala le be muranale ngana sponsor tinduke jay bake wala ma Africell ti alta Africell line o sang natara mantre bulu saintang Charles Elvis Lamin Jalo, of course, Sam Sidin, right? All right, I'm not sure. Cameraman Kudole is wearing a tinduka.
Now growing.
Yeah, got tinduka.
150,000 jobs. That is Marcel is working on.
Yes. I love people. A lot of people are working here. I'll carry you a send more. Maybe YouTube for I'll subscribe to YouTube channel or need a man subscribe follow. For Talata Nala. Bye bye.
Hello! There's a new update from your favorite GSM operator, Africell.
For all of you that have struggled to buy cash power beyond $7,000, Africell has done it again. The limit to buy cash power is now up to $30,000. Oh yes, $30,000.
Buy all the cash power you want from your AfriMoney account by dialing *777#.
Where Africell goes, nobody dares to follow.
It's an amazing offer. Africell mobile money just got way better. The threshold for cash in and cash out on your AfriMoney has been increased.
Where it used to be 10,000 per transaction, now it has been increased to 30,000. Meaning your AfriMoney account, you can now withdraw and deposit up to $30,000 at once.
Cashing in and out just got 3 times easier. For more info, call 777.
Where Africell goes, nobody dares to follow.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yonna Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yonna Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yonna Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, takaful fund, management of zakat, management of awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yonna Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yonna Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yonna head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yonna branch located countrywide near you.
no fono nebi immo den joni mi dota maka place mabbe jan
waden joni
iya heba ko fala
waden kisam
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.